Oh, really? Wow. Hello there. Yes, Harley have just got a brand new engine. I'll tell you all about it inside. RevelatorAlf. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the videos. Please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. So, in this video, I'm talking about hot off the press news out of Harley Davidson that they've just actually patented, or patented, however you want to pronounce it, a brand new engine that is going to supersede the M8 engine, the Milwaukee 8 engine. Now, a big thanks here to Federico, who actually sent me an email notifying me in this. And interestingly, I was on my computer actually reading the story when the email came through as well. But thank you so much for that anyway. Essentially, what a lot of people complain about Harley engines is they don't rev high enough. They don't rev high enough, so you're not getting that higher speed. I've done some videos with some speed testing, check that up there as well. And that's probably one of the limiting factors, yeah, the Harleys have got long gears, they just don't rev, high enough. This new engine actually is going to rev a lot higher. Now, basically what they're saying is that the new engine is going to rev up to 6,800 to 7,000 RPM, as opposed to the Milwaukee 8 engines, which kind of bottoms out, flatlines at 5,500 RPM. So you're going to get a lot more revs. Will that affect torque? Well, possibly not, but I think there's going to be a trade-off there slightly. So you're going to have a better performing engine, and they're basically saying with this new engine that hasn't been named, it hasn't been given a title, it could be called a M10, for all I know. But basically saying that it's going to the patents are showing that it's a 4 valves per cylinder, has push rods on each side of the cylinder, with each rod activating a single rocker arm. When the rod moves up, the rocker pushes 2 valves down. Do you like that? That kind of... and the patent also suggests new design will increase performance and make the engine easier to maintain and work on, which is interesting. And then it just goes on to say that the red line will be the revs will be 6,800 to 7,000 RPM. Now they're kind of saying that possibly this engine might be in the making after 2021, maybe 2022. It'd be interesting to see this. It'd be interesting to see what the evolution of these engines are. Now, this is not to be confused with the new engine coming out for the Pan America, the Street Fighter, and the Custom. That 60-degree also offset V-twin, that 1250cc, which could also be a 975, a 500, and a 750cc as well. That's a totally different engine. This is the new V-twin engine patent so far. It hasn't gone into production. They're just looking at it. It'd be interesting to see how when this possibly will come into force, when it will supersede it. But I think again, this is Harley Davidson looking at demographics, looking at potential customers and what people want to ride, what they want out of an engine, so on and so forth. Will there, as I say, will there be an offset or trade-off, for torque against RPM and horsepower? Who knows? Who knows? But interesting. I think it's particularly interesting. Let me just quickly read this again, where it actually says it will increase performance, which we would imagine it would because it's a higher revving engine, but it will make the engine easier to maintain and work on. Now, I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. I wonder if they're looking at the top end of the engine and they're saying, right, okay, we're having some maintenance issues, workload issues with the M8 engine, with the lifters and everything like that. Maybe that design isn't as efficient for us as we'd like it to be. We're going to change this up a little bit. Perhaps that's the reason. Perhaps that's the reason. Maybe that's what they're looking at it from, you know, just a work hours, you know, the amount of work hours that are required to fix these engines. Possibly. I'm just guessing here. But, you know, if you've got any thoughts, let me know. Let me know. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, interesting times for Harley owners, I think. We live in very changeable times, I think. And you know, the future's looking pretty good, I would say. You know, well, it depends which side, you know, which way you look at this. You know, you're either, you know, you're a Luddite like me who kind of doesn't really like change, or you're somebody who always wants to see evolution. Sometimes I'm in the no change, and sometimes I'm in the change camp. It really depends. I change on a daily basis. But certainly from an evolution of an engine performance, I can see this as only a good thing. Now, we only are dealing with an air-cooled engine here. It doesn't say anything about being liquid-cooled or air-cooled, oil-cooled or anything like that. Only air-cooled. So, you know, from some quarters you might say, well, there's no evolution there at all. But obviously, you know, it's still retaining the soul of the V-twin, the air-cooled engine. And that's what's going to cross the bridge between the old riders and the new riders. Perhaps we'll see. Let me know what you think anyway. But say once again, thanks very much to Federico from Holland, I believe you are. So thanks very much for that, for sending that information. Let's see what happens. But it'll be interesting times for sure. Please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below, as I've just said, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. Right, I'm going to drink more coffee. Doodles.